What up, y'all? It's Yungavelle back at it with another video. Hope you guys have been doing great. So this video is gonna be it's gonna be the beginning of a series that I had an idea that I wanted to do, because I was actually talking to one of my older brothers. I kind of look at him as one of my mentors, and he put me on to the 13 Virtues of Benjamin Franklin. I actually didn't even know that Ben Franklin had a book called The 13 Virtues, and it was just amazing how we got into that, because I kind of called him. It was right around the full moon a couple days ago. I called him to vent, and he immediately rerouted that energy into I'm just grateful that you're even in the position that you're in. And I was like, yeah, I feel the same, to be honest. And I gotta vent this because I want to reroute the energy myself. And we ended up diving into, he ended up talking about his understandings of things like sincerity and patience. And he was like, yeah, you ever heard of the 13 Virtues of Benjamin Franklin? And I was like, nah. And we talked about how each of these virtues is actually like an energy. Not only an energy, like almost like a presence that in word and in action. So when you call upon patience or something like that, that energy begins to work with you. And if you are able to, really sit well with these 13 virtues, you have access to grace. And it was just a really profound conversation that ended up happening out of nowhere. So I was like, I did a little research on the 13 virtues, and I was like, wow, these are serious, really amazing things. So I'm just gonna go through one of them at a time, because I feel like they deserve that. And the first one's very light. It's interesting because, pardon me, I got some notes on my phone as well. This was done by Benjamin Franklin, and he's known for having knowledge in a lot of areas, Freemasons, science, physics, politics, founding father. So he was kind of all over the place, but well versed. And these 13 virtues were kind of like bold attempts for living a life of moral perfection, which is, it's a really dope aspiration. So he had 13 virtues, and what he would do was focus on one a week. So with them being 13 in number and him staying on one virtue for 7 days, he would be able to go through 4 cycles in a year. And he would really be able to incorporate those virtues into his personality and into his daily routine. So the first one is temperance. And temperance, he described it as eat not to dullness, drink not to elevation. So that's pretty self-explanatory. As he goes down the 13 virtues, they kind of build on top of each other, I believe. So temperance is just as it sounds. When you eat, it's kind of like gluttony. Don't be a glutton. And it might be sounds so basic, but these things you have to take the little steps first before you can go on to the more profound ones, like tranquility and sincerity and patience and whatnot. And so temperance, eat not to dullness, drink not to elevation. That also helps you to at least have the energy levels and the cognizance to get the other things done, get the other work on the other virtues. So you can imagine just staying on these virtues for 7 days, like each one for a 7-day cycle, and you really just hone in on that. Another interesting thing is the way he started his routine was he would get up at 5 a.m. and he would ask the question, what good can I do today? And it's interesting because I wake up too with a similar type of thought, which is, how can I be of service today? And I got that from, just diving into the Vedic literature, the Hindu literature, when I came back from the Amazon. And, the universe, God, Krishna put me onto the path of the Vedic literature because I was asking, can I dive into spiritual teaching? And one of the things that they were saying was the natural position of the soul is service to the Most High, because that's what we're part and parcel of, so that's how we get our most joy. So it was just right in alignment with how Ben Franklin starts his day when he asks, what good can I do today? And he also asked that question at the end of his day, what good did I do today? So it's kind of like, it's really dope just kind of being aware of your life like that, and taking that accountability. And it really is along the lines of self-development, which you guys know I love so much, and that's what this channel is about, one of the many things this channel is about. So that's why I feel like this conversation is fire and definitely deserves to be had. So the first one, temperance. It's not really that mind-blowing, but it's something that if you find yourself eating just to eat, or you find yourself, you're not happy with your weight or something like that, you got to be mindful of why you're doing that. Don't dull yourself. Don't dull your senses. Don't do things to dull yourself. You got stuff you got to do. You got stuff you got to handle, and you need to be cognizant for that. So don't eat to dullness, and don't drink to elevation. Keep yourself of sober mind so you can attack everything else that is in reference to your self-development. So that's the first one. I'm going to keep them short. And like I always say, guys, like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys want to hear. I got more music coming on the way. I got more videos coming on the way, more topics. I'm getting ideas and downloads from the universe, so I'm going to keep them coming. Got merch coming, websites, all that stuff. So, guys, keep it up. Keep the self-development. Keep pushing forward to your goals. And like I always say, until next time, a greater perspective can lead to a greater connection. Peace.